John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. Today I'm going to be testing another head by Ozcut, and it's their Elite 3-blade. I remember hearing from the original owner that this was his favorite head to use on big mountain boars, hogs that he hunts there in Australia. So I'm really eager to put it to the test. And for all the testing, I'm going to be using my regimen for 2024. Please check out the video that I posted earlier this year called 2024 Broadhead Test Process to fill you in on all the behind the scenes of why I do what I do. And that video explains the background, so it allows me to go a lot faster through the videos that I post of each individual test. But sometimes people watch those tests and they're like, well, I don't understand. Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Well, watch that video and you'll understand it, okay? And for most of the shooting, I'm using my new Elite Era that, man, I'm just loving this bow for hunting, for target shooting, everything that I do. And for the accuracy testing, I'm using my new SWAT X1 crossbow by Killer Instinct, and I'm really enjoying that as well. For all the shooting, I'm using Bishop Archery arrows and bolts. Okay, let's zoom on in here, check out this Elite 3, and then put it to the test. Here's a good look at this broadhead. It spins very well, and man, there's a lot to like about this head. First of all, the materials. It's made out of a single piece of 420 stainless steel, and that's going to make it really easy to sharpen. You can just lay it flat on any surface. You can do it on the bottom of a coffee cup, bottom of a plate, the top of your window of your truck. I've done that with a number of knife blades and broadheads over the years. I like to use, for a head like this, I like to use the Stay Sharp Guide diamond plates because they work really good, but really any flat stone will work on this. Now, I heard from the manufacturer of Stay Sharp Guide that it doesn't work with a 344 sharpener because it's so small, but I did have a viewer tell me that he used the 344 sharpener by Stay Sharp Guide and got it really super sharp. So I don't know, I think you're probably good enough just using a diamond flat stone from Stay Sharp Guide or any flat surface. The cutting diameter is 1 1/8 inches, which is pretty standard for a 3-blade one-piece head, but this does it in a really short overall package. The length of the broadhead from the end of the arrow to the tip of the broadhead is 0.76 inches, just 3/4 of an inch. That's really impressive. That's one of the shortest broadheads there is on the market. I know the Ozcut Hurricane is even shorter than that, believe it or not, but this is super short, making it be a lot more forgiving in flight because there's less surface area, as well as it's going to penetrate a lot more effectively in certain mediums because of that small surface. It doesn't generate the surface friction that a really big, longer broadhead would generate. A lot of people overlook that. The blades are 0.060 inches thick by my measurements. And the total cut with the 1 1/8 inches of cut, the total cut is 1.69 inches. One thing to note too is it's got this extra durable tip. You notice it doesn't just come to a point, but it's got kind of this extra little cut there, this more gradual cut. That's just going to give it a lot more durability and keep that tip from rolling over in a hard impact. So a lot to like about this broadhead. I look forward to testing it and seeing how it performs. The Elite 3 got the 9 ring. It took 323 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is an 8.77 on a 10-point scale. And that's pretty good for a single-piece 3-blade broadhead. It penetrated 8 3/4 inches. I know it doesn't look like that from the angle, but that is the exact measurement. It took an additional 59 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is an 8.82 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated through 64 layers, which is a 9.14 on a 10-point scale. It's in perfect shape after the 3 shots through the MDF. and it's still in perfect shape after the 2 shots to the steel plate. And check out these holes. I mean, it makes really nice triangular holes, not just a round hole with 3 slits. Here it is after all the durability testing, and man, MDF, steel plate, cinder block. I mean, the cinder block, it cut in like almost the entire length of the Broadhead, and it's just still in excellent shape. Really, really good, impressive durability. So what'd you think of the Elite 3? Man, this is another winner by Ozcut. I've been so impressed with Ozcut that I reached out to him. Actually, I met him at the ATA in St. Louis earlier this year and talked to them, reached out to them about the possibility of getting a discount code, and they gave me one, so I can pass on to you. Lusk10 saves 10% on any order through their website. But man, this head did really well. It just hits that sweet spot due to its size and the geometry of it and the steel and everything, that it's easy to resharpen, but it's durable enough and penetrates well, flies great. You know, the cut size was the only knock in the scoring. If it had a bigger cut, it would have scored a lot better, but that's one of the reasons it flies great and penetrates well, right? So everything's a trade-off in archery design. But for lighter setups or going after a bigger animal or quartering shots where your goal is penetration, man, this is a really good head to consider. So check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most. See if it might be a good fit for you. I'll post a summary of the scores, but for a more detailed description of the scores, you can read that in the video description. And also stay tuned for the cumulative score as well as the corresponding Lusk grade. And I'll also put up a slide with a bunch of the discount codes that I have so far. And man, I'm accruing quite a bit of discount codes. So before you buy Broadhead, check out my list of discount codes. And I can't update that in the video after I post it, and I keep getting more, but I do update that in the video descriptions here. And so look in the video description at the end. I list all my discount codes as well. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you next time.